Hey guys, it is Dani and welcome to another video, and I'm here with updates on the tropics. So we have Tropical Storm Laura, which you are seeing right now, which is expected to become a hurricane, and we have a lot of watches and warnings that are in place. And you also have our Tropical Depression number 14 to talk about, which is also expected to become a hurricane. And so guys, to know if you will be affected by either of these tropical systems, please keep watching this video guys. And so as usual, before I go into details with both of these tropical systems, please ensure to subscribe if you haven't, and tap the notification bell so you know every time when I post new video, because I will keep you guys updated on tropical cyclone activity right throughout the hurricane season. And you can also follow me on Instagram. My weather account is the girl Dani, and my personal account is Dani Henry Official. Okay, so first of all, we want to take a look at Tropical Storm Laura again. So instead that viewers seeing it, it is not looking so organized, but of course it is looking a lot better than it did yesterday. Yesterday we were just seeing it looking so disorganized, like it was struggling to stay in place as a tropical depression. But this morning, here we have it being a tropical storm. And where will Laura go? So here we have our models expecting that it will move mostly to the west, going to the west northwest right there, and it is mostly expected to remain offshore. The center is not expected to cross over land, so no direct landfalls expected. But of course, when it moves into the eastern Gulf, that is the when we're expecting it to become a hurricane just before it makes landfall in the United States, guys. And so if you're there guys, please start making the necessary preparations. And so now we want to go to the National Hurricane Center's cone of uncertainty and see where is under tropical storm watches and warnings. Okay, so at this time, what you are seeing in blue is a tropical storm warning that is in effect for Puerto Rico, Vieques, Culebra, the U.S. Virgin Islands, the British Virgin Islands, Saba and St. Eustatius, St. Martin, and St. Bartholomew, Antigua, Barbuda, St. Kitts, Nevis, and Anguilla. So those areas can expect tropical storm-like conditions within about 12 to 24 hours. And then what you're seeing in yellow is a tropical storm watch that is in place for the north coast of the Dominican Republic from Cabo Cabron to the border with Haiti, and also for the north coast of Haiti from Lemuel St. Nicholas to the Dominican Republic border, and for the southeastern Bahamas as well as the Turks and Caicos Islands. So those areas can expect tropical storm-like conditions within about 48 hours, guys. And so afterwards, as I said, the center is mostly expected to be in the warm ocean waters, and then after the point where Laura moves into the eastern Gulf of Mexico away from Cuba, and just parallel to Florida right there, that is where we could see some rapid intensification, or further intensification I should say, and we could see it becoming a hurricane at the time of landfall. Fortunately, it is not expected to be a very strong hurricane, all due to some possible unfavorable conditions that it is going to encounter, and we will talk about that later in this video, guys. And now let's go to our Tropical Depression 14. So this is looking quite disorganized right now. It's not looking so good, and yesterday it looked better, but of course it is in those favorable conditions, and we're expected to see some further intensification, and it should become a tropical storm later today. But as for now, guys, it is a threat to portions of Central America, and it is going to be for the US in early next week, guys. And so there we have our models expecting that it is going to move over the Yucatan right there, and then when it emerges into the Gulf of Mexico, we're expecting somewhat of a northwestward-like track, and then going more to the north, I would say, and we could see it making landfall possibly in the most eastern side of Texas and possibly Louisiana, but I'd say mostly Texas will face a direct landfall. And then for the National Hurricane Center's cone of uncertainty now, so our depression has winds of 35 miles per hour, and it is accelerating to the northwest at 14 miles per hour. Okay, so we have a hurricane watch as well as a tropical storm warning that is in effect for Punta Herrero to Cancun. So those areas for the tropical storm warning, you could experience tropical storm-like conditions within 12 to 24 hours, and for the hurricane watch, you could experience hurricane-like conditions within about 48 hours or so, guys. And then we also have a tropical storm warning that is in place for the Bay Islands of Honduras, and a tropical storm watch in place for the north and west of Cancun to Zilam in Mexico. So those areas will definitely experience those tropical storm-like conditions as well. And then we're expecting that this depression is going to be moving into the Gulf of Mexico sometime maybe by Sunday or Monday. And now what you're seeing is the wind shear map, and actually this is the factor that greatly influences our tropical cyclones. And then first, let's look at our tropical storm Laura. So Laura is in an area of favorable shear indicated by the greens, and also the yellow show neutral shear, and then the red showing unfavorable shear that is going to help to inhibit, strengthen, and really tear these storms apart. So actually Laura is in an area of favorable shear, but as you're seeing in the Gulf of Mexico, most of it has unfavorable shear, and that is something that is going to also inhibit our tropical depression 14 from really strengthen a lot, although it is expected to become a hurricane maybe by Monday, but very briefly that is expected right now, guys. And so as of now, both of these are in favorable shear, so we can see them intensifying during the next couple of days, guys. And so the next name on the list for this hurricane season is Marco, and it is very likely that later today or maybe early tomorrow, but I'd say most likely later today, we could see our tropical depression 14 becoming tropical storm Marco, guys. And so guys, that is really it for this update, guys. And so if you found this video to be pretty informative, please leave a thumbs up, and you can also share your thoughts in the comments or ask a question. I'll try to respond as best and as soon as I can. And just remember to always be weather wise, and I will keep giving updates on the tropics as time goes by.